I got you.
Let me on World Star. This little bitch wants to fucking flirt with a fish and scoop macaroni and cheese. He's gonna get macaroni.
Tell the camera what he did. Tell the camera what he did.
I'm the shit. Ain't no bitch hotter than me. Ain't no bitch more paid than me. Fuck all you fucking bitches.
That part.
Fuck all you bitches. Ain't nobody got $10,000 tits like me. $10,000 on my titties, bitch. Oh my god, he left me.
I got it. I got it.
So I was like, what is this one? And now I know.
Oh, you haven't seen that one?
It's been a long time, but yes, I've seen it, but it's been a very long time.
Yeah, that one's awesome. I just feel like that woman is just so awful.
Oh my god, could you imagine like arguing with like it makes me thankful that my wife argues the way she argues. And doesn't like go all white trash and shit.
Oh yeah, making a scene and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's just like, you're being a dumbass, so shut up.
Yeah. So much with the fucking dramatics.
Oh my god, dude. Could you imagine that like every day dealing with that crap?
No, not really. That
makes me thankful for what I have.
So speaking of crazy women, I actually had something it's really stupid, but something I did want to talk to you guys about. I don't know why this popped back in my head the other day. Let me start with this. When you guys go grocery shopping, unless that's delegated to wife territory, you don't, fair. But when you guys go grocery shopping, I'm going to assume that you kind of have a pattern that you go around the store. You know what I mean? Like most people would probably start from one side, work to the other.
Yeah,
or maybe hit all the inner aisles, then the cold stuff later, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically my strategy is just cold stuff last and whatever I can work in between. Like if I can work my way to the cold stuff to whatever else I need.
That's because you guys live in the desert. 6 months out of the year, I don't have to worry about cold stuff.
Yeah, I seriously put a cooler in my car during the summer if I'm going grocery shopping because it's like 30 minutes home, and like I'll take a couple bags of frozen veggies and pack it around the meat or whatever. Well, the reason I ask is this is years ago now. Shit, because I unfriended this person during COVID, so it must have been before that. I'm not a big unfriend people because of different opinions, but I think this was one too many posts of if you believe X, then unfriend me now kind of thing. And I don't even know if I believed X. I was just like, cool, call your bluff, unfriended. But it was on a thread about, you guys have probably heard about women getting very upset about men following them in the grocery store. What made me think of this because Trey, when we were talking about dating online, you said no, girls want to meet their guy at the grocery store or something like that. I mean, maybe that's what made me think of this. But
it's a joke because apparently now that's like the trend. They're like the whole TikTok trend is like, oh my gosh, like I'm done with online dating. I just want to meet a guy at a grocery store. That's what they say. But honestly, their like preferences, like their actual preferences, is they want to meet a guy at the bar or something like that. But they're so fed up with like the bar scene and the online scene that they're like, oh man, if only I could just meet a guy at a coffee shop or a grocery store somewhere. And then they think that's natural, like a natural place of like, oh, I bumped into him at the grocery store. So, whatever. Then, so that way I can say hi and it's not something that's like I'm not drinking myself into oblivion or, I'm not getting, hammered or I'm not online dating where this guy's just trying to get in my pants. And that's usually that's what they're going for, is that they think it's like a safe zone of like the grocery store. So it's a weird new trend, but yeah.
Well, they definitely have it always. There was a thread going around that this friend of mine had commented on or shared or something. And it's like, there was this creepy guy following me around the grocery store, and I told the manager about it, and he didn't do anything, and it's like, what's he supposed to do? Like, first off, A, B, what I think, like, how I really don't think
he's following you.
Like because I think that we all kind of have a pattern that we go around the grocery store. So you're kind of with the same group of people sometimes.
Yeah, but you're trying to get a woman to think logically.
I do. Well, I will say, though, like if it's just a woman on her own, then that's different. But if it's a woman with kids, I do see the paranoia, because even me, whenever I go out with my kids, I do, I see somebody who looks like a crackhead, and if they're like following behind me every aisle I go, I'm like, I start
just flash your gun at them.
Yeah, well, I mean,
yeah, like. Even though Alabama would probably be a little bit more lenient, I mean, I'm pretty sure just like me just brandishing would probably
not brandishing. I said flash. Like you're like, that's like when you go to itch your back. Charge. That's when you go to itch your back, and like you just goes over the holster just enough where you.
Can just like
yeah. Yeah, no, I didn't say like pull it out and like pistol whip.
Yeah, they'll still get you though. They can still get you on brandishing charges. Yeah, but yeah.
You guys don't have open carry?
Like we do have open carry, but like I don't like it. It's a weird thing, because if you
I don't like open carrying.
You either I don't like open carrying either, but it's like it's one of those.
I just want it legal to avoid brandishing.
Yeah.
For this reason, I don't want to be reaching something on the top shelf of the grocery store and my pistol come exposed.
And one of the things, like real quick on that, is like I find that the people that do open carry are usually extra douchey.
Yes.
Yes. Like they're like, if you look at them the wrong way, they're like, it's legal, I can do this. It's like they're trying to prove a point. So
this chick that I'm talking about, she's an advocate of open carrying, so that's perfect. I said the same thing. I'm like, well, I don't think you should, but I like to be cool, fly a little under the radar,
Yeah. So finish the story. So
anyhow, this friend of mine had posted that story about the person supposedly stalking them in the grocery store, and she said something along the lines of, it's time for us to start taking things in our own hands. If the managers of these places aren't going to protect us, because as she's saying, and I'll get into, this happens to her all the time, that this gross fat chick gets stalked by guys in the grocery store all the time. And she said that what we need to start doing is, you see some guy stalking you in the grocery store, pick up a can of fucking beans and hit him on the head, like assault this person. And I said, I said, I'm like, dude, like, I said to her, like, I commented, I'm like, wow, that really sucks if it's just some dude shopping. You know what I mean? And she goes, no, we know when a guy's stalking us through the grocery store.
To me,
and I'm just contesting it doesn't happen as much as she thinks it does.
Well,
that's all.
To me,
because you're right. So you should be vigilant at all times in public. As a woman with kids, you should always be vigilant.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean to be a stupid bitch.
Well, yes, but also, like, to me, I think that there's like a super paranoia where, like, they think that everyone who's behind them is stalking them, and to me, it's one of those trends where, like, they see, they hear a story about it, and then all of a sudden it just amplifies that for them, and builds. My sister had that happen too, and then this woman I had happened too. So you have like 10 or 15 stories that all of a sudden kind of corroborate to build this person's like fear complex of it, and so like it's basically, and it ends up the same way as like the like pedo bait kind of thing, which
but how many of the stories are actually real, and how many are just like mentally made up because they're absolutely insane?
That mean the left's imagination, it's like that. But it's kind of women.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, I'm dead serious when I ask that. Like, I would say maybe once out of every 100,000 it actually happens. I mean, because people are in the grocery. I don't know. Maybe I'm just naive. I don't know. I look
That's
at
your male privilege, Steve.
It is. Well, yes, I definitely enjoy my male privilege of being responsible to do everything. Yes.
Well, it's also just like, okay, well, let's say maybe it is just some awkward dude who is trying to fucking flirt with you or something. I don't know. That doesn't necessarily deserve a can of beans across the fucking forehead, Well,
did somebody try to give him some cookies again?
And then if you do get hit with a can of beans, what is your recourse? Are you drinking a beer this early?
Gatorade.
Okay. I
was like,
it's so dark I can't see. It looks like a dark bottle. I was like, damn, man.
I take my snow days seriously.
I'm just drinking.
I do have an open bush light, but that's from last night.
Yeah, don't waste them.
I'm just drinking like some espresso here right now. So
nice. I got some. I think it's the Ethiopian
natural.
I'm surprised Jay
Yeah.
isn't. You know, y'all got snow too, didn't you? Y'all got snowed in too, didn't you? So I mean, I'm surprised.
Dude, my dad got snow in Georgia.
Yeah, Atlanta got
That's
hit
crazy.
too. I was talking to some of the guys down
Did
there.
Clyde
you know.
get hit then?
I don't know.
He
He's east.
should've.
He's east of Atlanta. Isn't
He's
he?
been quiet. I haven't seen him on the chat at all lately. Maybe he's
Oh,
snowed
if
in.
he's east of Atlanta, maybe not. But if he's west of Atlanta, I thought he was closer to west. But...
He's like 2 hours away from Atlanta. I think he's not close to it at all.
My dad's a little closer to the mountains. He's way up in North Georgia.
Yeah, we got like 2.5 and 3 inches. That's like 3 inches. Yeah, perfect size. You know.
Yeah. Hey, that's hell at 90 miles an hour.
You feel right at home then, right?
It reminds me of a tweet.
No, we didn't get any more snow last night. We were supposed to, but I mean, it was like there was just like a very thin layer on the car this morning, and that was it. So
Cool. So men aren't stalking women in grocery stores on a regular basis.
I don't know why you would. Like, I don't understand why.
Well, so I mean, if I have seen like people like wanting to steal stuff like that, that's the only reason that
Grabbing purses and stuff. Yeah, I can see that. But
because
I mean,
even I've had a guy, and I'm pretty sure he was wanting to rob somebody, is what he was wanting, but he was acting like he wanted a ride, like, and I'm pretty sure he's just gonna rob somebody. And I was like, no, and you better get away. And he basically was like, oh, okay. It's like, you know, I was about to pull it out. That time I was about ready to brandish a little bit.
I had my hand on my gun last night. Me and my buddy were in the parking lot in his truck, and some dude walks up, hitting us up for money. Like, fuck out of here. I got 3 kids, and I need some money for food and this and that. I'm like, fuck off, dude. Like, there's no shortage of work right now. You know, no excuses.
Okay, now don't wander too far, kids. You know, more children get kidnapped at the grocery store than anywhere else.
This.
Hey!
You got me.
Oh, not quick enough.
Not quick enough. No, I was close though.
You were close.
You know, I got some candy in my van if your kid wants some.
Oh, great. Wait a second.
Wait a second.
You got me. You got me. Oh, man. I'll get him though. I'll get him.
Oh, I bet you will. I bet you will.
Oh my god, that's awful.
I bet you will.
You're talking about you know, sketchy folks. There's a guy I know that used to have a hooker problem. So you know, we have to go to the sketchy areas to pick those up. And one night he went to pick one up, and he was like, "Hey, my friend needs a ride. Can you give my friend a ride too?" And he's like, "Sure." And of course, the guy gets in the backseat behind him and pulls a gun on him and robs him. Yes, actually.
Has this guy never seen a movie? Like,
this man is a
never. Yeah, you never.
Like, you've never seen like any movies.
This guy is about your age, but he's got the mentality of a teenager, a naive teenager.
If he frequents hookers, that's probably
he doesn't live in an apartment. He lives in an extended stay hotel. I think I've told you stories about this guy before.
That sounds just like
sounds like he's pimping the hookers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man, you know, I've never patronized a prostitute of any sort except for just a typical dating dynamic. But like
just buying them dinner and
yeah, exactly. Hey, this is a dinner at the plaza, all right?
Take him out to a nice steak dinner and never call him again.
Yeah. And then about 15 minutes, park at a beef bus at Taco Town, if you know what I'm saying. But like there's like, okay, so like I don't know,
minutes,
like,
you know, that's
well, yeah, this thing's like, okay, like
build up, you know. Oh, you gotta get the suspense building, and then, you know, then the best 3 minutes of her life, right? You know,
right, exactly. But like, okay, so like, I used to live on Nebraska Avenue in Tampa, which is like the hooker avenue, but like, dude, like, no way. Like, I've seen plenty of them. any of them that are even remotely attractive must be cops. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, no desire there for a variety
all
of
the
reasons.
other ones are ugly. Yeah. It's
But,
just like here,
okay,
like our the only like quote unquote like strip clubs that I've known that were around here. Everybody was like, "Oh, who would go there?" Because they're all ugly chicks. Or,
yeah.
by our standards, I guess. It's like you have like a hot Southern belle, and then it's like you have these like basically hookers who are like raggedy kind of. It's like
Any of the
or
actual
saggy.
like attractive strippers are at the strip clubs that are way too expensive for me to go to anyhow.
Yeah.
You know,
So
but like
I've never been in one ever.
No, I've never
had a
Not
desire to go. Never had a desire to go to one. I'm like, why am I going to pay some bimbo to tease me? Like,
you can do
it's
that.
one
at
of
home,
those.
right?
It's one of those
I know,
things,
right?
like casinos that they do a really good job of making seem kind of like glamorous or fun on like movies. You know, and even like when you're real young, it's like before you realize like the porn industry is so like scummy. You know, like all that. So like, oh, then like you actually go to a strip club and you're like, oh, this is gross and sad. You know.
I did have a boss though that I worked for this guy.
These
for
men are
couple
paying
years.
for a crumb of attention from a woman.
Yeah. I did have a boss
depressing.
who was addicted to going to strip clubs. And
You basketball shorts guy.
No.
Sweatpants.
He's actually
Great
one of the
sweatpant guy.
most amazing photographers I'd ever worked with in my life. The guy was amazing. The guy had like the best work ever, but he just had like this weird thing of going to strippers.
Photographers are who's hounds.
He's married, and he was married, had a couple kids, and was always like doing this stuff. But anyway, so he would call me once in a while and be like, "Hey, can you pick me up? I'm drunk."
Shoots.
Oh, he did. Yeah, we saw everything. Yeah, I had to run his film. So back in the day of film, this is a million years ago. So, but he would call me and be like, "Hey, can you pick me up? I'll pay you a couple $100 to pick me up." I'm like, "Okay, pick you up." So I'd go get him and drop him off at his house, and we go get his car the next day. So,
Certified.
Sure can't call his wife.
Magoo. Certified hood classic Magoo.
yeah. So
I've never seen that.
what was it? I didn't see
Snow on the Bluff. Not.
I've never even heard of it.
No, is it a movie? Is that what he said?
I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's a gangster movie.
Oh,
It's like one of the noir ones where they all talk like this. See,
No. Like
High pants, fast talking.
Gangsta. It's gangsta. Okay,
great
not-
slang for yeah. Check out the gams on that dame.
Mhm. Little slang from the 30s nobody uses anymore. Oh shit!
Yeah. Basically, that's
Oh, okay.
menace to society. But
I've seen Belly. Same thing, right?
Belly's the one with,
close, yeah.
right? Yeah,
Who? DMX and Nas, right?
yeah, I think so.
yeah, I stay away from those types of movies.
There's ethnic movies.
Yeah,
It was such like a genre of like a time, you know, of like the 90s. It was the
only ethnic movies I'm into
deep
right now
emotional
are
gangster
vampires.
movies. Say again?
The only ethnic movies I'm into right now are vampires.
Yes, Magoo's
Oh, I guess that is ethnic.
Billy's involved.
Transylvanian.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah, actually, I think my wife and I are going to go see the new Nosferatu today.
I heard it was good.
Jinx.
You owe me a bush light.
How's some lukewarm backwash?
Oh god.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it was. I want to go see that. We watched the 70s one and the 20s one recently. So
I've never seen the 70s one. I've only seen the old school one.
it's really good. It's actually very well done. The woman that plays the lead is not very good, but it was a well done movie. It's super creepy. Like
My wife hates old movies like that, unless they're like musicals, of course. Then she loves them. But I got her to watch that when we were dating, and she's like, for a old 1920s movie, it's not bad. I was like, yeah.
yeah, the 20s. No, I watched the colorized one. I
don't know if I've never seen the colorized one. I've only ever seen it in black and white.
Yeah, it was really well done. It was fun to watch. And then we just watched the one with the I can't remember the name of it. It's about the ship that brings Dracula over to England.
You talking about Bram
it
Stoker's with Gary Oldman?
No, it just came out. Like it was
Oh,
a couple years ago. I have to look it up. It's
because
about
they did that in that movie also. That was based on
yeah.
the Bram
That's I mean
Stoker's novel.
that's yeah. It's all stolen from that, but this was just about the ship. Let me look it up.
Who's the name you just said? Gary Oldman.
Yeah,
you
get
guys,
some
any
get
of
some
you
nice
guys,
strip in that movie.
Any of you guys watch Tiptoes? Or no?
I have, yeah. I know that's the day. I remember Steve was
Gary
like,
Oldman.
Jay thinks he's seen everything. He says he's seen everything. I've actually seen that movie. I can't believe I've never brought it up before, dude. It's so ridiculous.
What is it?
I'm like, who is this for?
The movie where Gary plays a midget. And he like they film it with him walking.
Where we played the preview?
He walks around on his knees the whole movie.
In the role of a lifetime.
Have you seen the movie or the TV show he's on now? Damn, I can't think. It's on Apple, maybe.
I haven't seen a lot of new TV shows.
Slow Horses, I think is what it's called. It's really well done. We won't get dinged for playing a preview, will we?
Well, Apple might be okay. Who was it that's being gay now? I think it's Warner Brothers. Anything Warner Brothers, you get dinged on.
Warner,
Disney's cool right now with those.
Universal's pretty.
Universal could be a problem.
Oh, bummer.
Viacom, which is NBC, that one's iffy.
If you
Because every time I've played,
Here,
one of those shirts you buy at the beach, right?
What if we play like 10
10
seconds? What if we play like 10 seconds of the thing?
10 seconds should be fine.
Okay, here, let's.
Yeah, I saw a guy at PCB wearing a shirt like that. See a cop Warner Brother.
Warner Brother.
They had these cool shirts from when I was a kid. When Hurricane Felix happened, and we went to Virginia Beach. There were all these like cool, like these crappily made but shirts you could buy, and it was just Felix the cat holding onto a flagpole being blown by the wind. It's like I survived Hurricane Felix.
That's awesome.
Powerful evil. We call him Dracula.
Oh, I have seen this trailer.
The Demeter.
I completely forgot about this movie.
It's a great movie. It was really well done. Good with the lore. I don't know why, but like lately I'm really into like the whole vampire lore stuff. So,
have you seen Queen of the Damned?
No.
Starring the late Aaliyah. It's kind of a sequel to Interview with the Vampire, I believe.
Is it?
I believe so.
Huh.
It's been like 25 years since I've seen it, so I could be getting some details wrong.
No, I'll watch it.
Vampires start to get into the the supernaturally realm that I have a hard time with sometimes because it's kind of magic-y.
I mean, they turn into bats. Like, how can a full human turn into a bat and then turn back into a human? It's
magic.
It's fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's like sci-fi. I love when people are like, "Well, that could never happen because blah 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 blah." It's like, dude, it's a show about a group of people in space. Like,
or like superhero, like even with superhero stuff, it's like, but the gamma radiation would actually melt his face off, and that he wouldn't be the Hulk or something like that.
Not Bruce Banner.
Yeah. It's something weird like that.
Yeah,
that's why I can deal with sci-fi though, Steve, because even though like it still could be just as fake, but you can say like they said, "Thank you for smoking." Oh, thank God we can fix that with one line of dialogue. Thank God we invented the whatever machine, and then now I can buy it.
What Trey's talking about is like some Neil deGrasse Tyson type of shit. It's like, actually, kids, Santa Claus is not real. If he traveled that fast, he'd have to go through the core and he would disintegrate. It's like, dude, just shut up. It's Christmas. Leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
The moisture in the December air would slice his face open with the speed the reindeer would have to pull over.
Exactly.
Yeah. I hate that guy so much.
Actually, the action people.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's such a smug asshole. Smelling his own farts.
So bad.
No, he's just as bad as like, Ben Shapiro and all those other ones. So,
well, I mean,
it's a different kind of thing, though. It's like Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like the only reason he exists as a quote unquote like scientist is to like just shit on everybody else's. Like,
Well, he's the cool black science bro. That's his whole shtick.
Yeah, but he's not. He's also not trying to be cool. Like his whole point is like his whole like persona is to like actually like he is the Reddit will actually guy personified, but the black version instead of the like Reddit atheist like fedora tipping hat bro. Like instead of the fedora bro, he's just the like black science guy who's supposed to like dump on everything that you actually believe in.
Yeah.
He's gotten worse since he's gotten more like
or even
famous.
Pretend believe in like the you know it's like oh like he's even like trying to tell like Musk like why you know his flights won't be successful or something like this. I don't know. He's just a prick now.
I didn't know he was still like a thing.
Pull this up.
Yeah, he is. And like there was recently he was on like Bill Maher.
Trey, you do it, Trey.
Well, actually, he is a fedora guy.
I don't think
Indiana Jones looking motherfucker. Indiana Washington looking motherfucker.
More like Atlanta Jackson.
Atlanta Jackson. No, there was he's gotten really bad. So like I used to watch like the Mysteries of the Universe show or whatever he used to have, you know, and like, you know, that was his realm of space stuff. And like that was fine, but I think he got like a little too famous, a little too popular, and now he feels like he needs to weigh in on all sorts of shit that isn't his wheelhouse. And COVID really like amped that up. He was recently on Bill Maher, I think it was, and like Bill Maher is even like, dude, like what the fuck? Like he's like outlefting Bill Maher, you know, on a lot of shit, like COVID wise and vaccine wise and shit. And just yeah, dude, he's just, I mean, not. You can disagree with me, but you at least have to have some sort of like argument. You know what I mean? And he just doesn't, other than everyone else is stupid. And that's why you should listen to me, you know?
Exactly.
And it's just like, fuck off, dude.
I didn't know he was still a thing. Like, I had no idea he was still.
I just came across this one. Someone needs to do some Photoshop and give it the Mickey Rooney treatment with that hat.
No, what I need to do is I need to use Grok and like generate like a image with like him with like a Jakob.
I just wanted to make a really like racist Asian meme, but okay.
See, I don't think he's all he claims to be. I think he's not. He's like Bill Nye. Like it's all fake.
Yes, they're fake scientists. Like that's what they are. Fake scientists.
He got Me Too'd a while back, right?
Yeah, kind of.
A guy or a girl?
Girl. I don't know if it was him specifically or if he was like covering up one.
I think it has to be a guy, not a female.
Neil deGrasse Tyson was accused of sexual misconduct by 4 women.
I don't buy it.
Here, let's see.
That's
pull this up
fake
here.
News, man. By trannies or
no?
Museum of Natural History. Let's see. When's this from? This is from 2019. 4 women accused him of sexual misconduct last year.
Oh my god!
At the Natural Museum of History where he works. They conduct their investigation. He will keep his job.
Of course he will.
Yeah. Oh wow. Former musician Taisha Ahmet, who says Tyson raped her when the two were graduate students at the University of Texas in 1984. And then well, that's severe. That's just not like, that's not just like a boob grab or something. 2018, 3 other women came forward, said made unwanted sexual advances towards her. That's barely Me Tooing, though.
Well, it's funny.
Like, oh, he told me I was pretty once.
So you ask a chick out on a date, and then like 10 years later, she's like, he was sexually harassing me. It's like, shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, I was gonna buy you dinner first.
Did you guys ever see pictures of him in college when he was a wrestler?
No. I don't know if I want to see
Oh,
them.
the leotard?
Is he wearing a singlet?
Yeah, the singlet.
Oh, I haven't seen the picture, but I heard about it.
He was jacked.
Why'd you post that?
It's wrestling, Steve. You're insecure.
No, I just don't want to.
Look, I mean, just because you can only deliver 3.
The only time it becomes a problem in wrestling was someone drills for oil.
Oh god.
What? I don't want.
Never heard? Oh, yeah, you never wrestled, so you probably never heard that term.
No.
Use your imagination. It's illegal, thank God.
Is that the same thing as checking someone's oil?
That's the same thing, yeah.
Okay.
Oh God! Why would you?
Because
see, it proves my theory that wrestling is a gay sport.
But no, you see that you do that, and then all of a sudden they're just like completely disarmed, like
yeah.
And then you're just like,
it's because they want to get away from you because you're like sticking your finger up.
That's why you got to hook that thumb in there.
Yeah,
you can't get away.
Why?
All of a sudden, like you ain't getting away now.
Yeah.
I got
You're not getting away until you hear that.
It's like that. You remember from the this first Spider-Man movie, the Sam Raimi films. It's like, I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
Souls, ready?
Yeah,
Got you for 3 minutes. You're going nowhere.
Wait, which was this? What was
The first is a Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Like,
I don't know.
Macho Man was in
3
it.
minutes. Playtime.
Oh,
What are you doing up there?
so that was a while ago. Then that was
2002.
2002.
yeah. I don't know who any director. Or
Sam Raimi did the Evil Dead, Army of Darkness movies.
Okay,
He
cool.
also did Drag Me to Hell. I'm trying to think what else he's done.
I did not like Army of Darkness. Was decent. I didn't
Army of
like
Darkness is one of the cheesiest, classic, great movies ever.
Mm-hmm.
Did not like it.
So many great one-liners in it.
Yeah, I mean some fun ones, but it was just wasn't that great of a movie.
Well, yeah, but it's not great.
Mid-tier.
That's why.
Like,
Yeah. It wasn't shooting to be Citizen Kane.
honestly, like,
I mean, it's no Dumb and Dumber, but
Yeah.
which is by movie for. I know it's a dumb movie, but by movie format is an excellent movie.
Mhm.
Excellent movie.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if we're gonna talk excellent movies. We got to go all the way back to Better Off Dead with Johnny Cusack. One of the absolute best movies ever made.
Steve just likes that he hangs out in a record store.
No, it wasn't in that movie. That was later.
Better Off Dead.
I don't really like Cusack that much, so I haven't really seen a lot of his movie or remember
I'm
him. The
not
only
a
movie I remember is Hot Tub Time Machine that I actually have memories of scenes.
I am not
Yeah,
a
that was-
fan of Cusack.
From 1985?
Yeah.
What's the movie where he's holding up the boombox outside the chick's window?
Say Anything.
That's it. Yeah.
And play Peter Gabriel. Shock the monkey. Shock the monkey.
I like as a person, I can't stand him, but he has great movies.
I used to always get him and Matthew Broderick mixed up.
Does it ever feel like everyone's got more going than you do?
He does look young. Wow.
This is the perfect 80s movie.
Everyone is smart.
So you're Al Myers' kid? Yes, I am. You look pretty stupid to me. Thank you.
Got the 80s collar. Oh, skiing. That's a good sign of an 80s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Even your younger brother does better than
Skiing,
you.
surfing, any of that kind of stuff.
And that nobody even cares.
Is there a bad guy that's going to shut down the community center?
No, not that at
Gonna
all.
have a ski off.
One of the best lines in the whole movie.
I haven't even been to
Oh,
New
they
York
don't
City.
show it.
Nobody was ever better off dead.
Because I could outski you any day of the week.
Ooh, quintessentially 80s bad guy.
Day, sucker. Go that way. Really
Oswald
Oh,
Cobblepot.
Something gets in your way.
Um,
Turn.
Oh, he
yeah,
he
got
does look
Revenge of the
familiar.
Nerds. Booger?
Yep. Booger.
Yep.
No, was it Booger?
Yeah, it was Booger.
Yeah, I'm
I
thinking
just went through
Booger.
all
Yeah,
sorts
it's
of gross
Booger. It's
bodily
Booger.
functions in my head. It's Booger.
And I'm gonna die in that order.
Booger was the big guy, the jock.
Yeah, yeah.
Skiing on one ski.
Better off dead.
And that's a real shame when folks be throwing away a perfectly good white boy like that.
That's the best line in the whole movie.
Damn.
I just pulled that up.
I thought that line was from Men at Work.
Nope.
Oh, dude, that's
They
another
stole
great
it from
movie.
that.
I
love Men at
I
Work.
remember like, oh, look at that. Someone threw out a perfectly good white boy.
Nope, they stole it from that.
Huh.
I was pulling up that scene because I wasn't sure if that was in the trailer or not, but
That's funny.
Someone threw out a perfectly good white boy.
I love how you said like, you don't see that every day though.
in that movie Black Snake Moan, me and my buddy really wanted Samuel L. Jackson to say that. Oh, someone threw out a perfectly good white girl when he finds Christina Ricci on the side of the road.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Doesn't he? He chains her up, right?
Yeah, it's all right, I guess. It's all right. A lot of it is just because it's Christina Ricci, so everyone want to see her being a little hoe bag. There is this great line where someone says where she's like, "Oh man, it's noon. I can't believe them shorts are still on." And she goes, "Yeah, well, if they wouldn't, you could kiss my rebel coochie, faggot." Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
They wouldn't, you could kiss my rebel coochie, faggot.
Oh, God.
That would make me fall in love with just the wrong woman right there. Marry me and destroy my life. Nope, that was Justin Timberlake's job.
Oh god.
Yeah, the good thing is I have no clue who any of these like actors, directors, like very few of them do I know. I don't know.
Christina Ricci was Wednesday Addams in the Addams Family movies.
Yeah,
and then Justin Timberlake.
I have to look her up.
She's hot.
Hey, she was in Casper also. Don't forget that.
Oh, was she now?
Mm-hmm.
I think I saw her in something else recently, but can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, she's like older, probably.
The like sort of like young teenager or like come out in Casper. Or...
Yeah, the one from the 90s.
Yeah,
the one with Bill Paxton played her dad.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's not bad.
Oh, yes, I did.
It's not great, but it's pretty good.
In a former life with a former ex-wife. Yes.
Well, it was one of those like remakes that actually was like good. You know, a lot of the stuff now kind of sucks.
A lot of the stuff, 90% of the stuff sucks right now.
It's my party and I'll die if I want to.
Oh, she was in Bucky Larson. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
That's not bad. We watched that recently for the first time. That was surprisingly not bad.
Freaking was this Don Johnson? Does he play like a director or a porn star?
Yeah, and then some. Oh, what's his name? The comedian guy,
Kevin Nealon. Or you talking about Nick Swartzen? Nick Swartzen was the main guy.
God, how do you know all these names? Like
weaponized autism.
Okay, yeah, good deal.
It's funny because like between like me and like the wife, like we're both good at different things, but that's us watching movies. It's going, oh, what's that person from? And I always think it's somebody else because I can't recognize faces. But she can. Why is this not bringing up any? There we go.
I love the picture of it. Sam Jackson just
this one. Or this one here.
That one.
Yeah, this is the meme of that one really
That's
good.
The best meme.
That's got Uncle Ruckus energy.
Didn't
Uncle Ruckus, that's literally what he
didn't Chappelle like redo that picture? Did he
no.
redo that one? I thought Chappelle
Chappelle
did a meme of that one.
He does the crackhead meme, like.
No, he did like a when did Black Snake Moan came out after the Chappelle show, didn't it?
Yeah, Black Snake Moan was like 08 or 09 or something.
Yeah, Chappelle show, like what you're thinking of is probably that one bit where they're doing where it was a skit from Chappelle show where he had sideburns and everything like that.
Okay.
Oh, he was doing Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, it was the beer. Cold cock malt liquor.
Yeah.
No, not cold cock malt liquor. It was Samuel L. Jackson, but he's like, "Can you stop yelling at me, please? I'm not yelling. This is the way I talk."
I worked with a guy like that for a little while. Like, dude, why are you always yelling at me?
Hell yeah, the Confederate flag shirt. Hell yeah.
This is what I was thinking of with what I thought Steve was thinking of.
You need me to?
Yeah, pull that up.
There we go.
Man, Carter is fucking up. Damn. Truman is fucking up. Man, Lincoln is fucking up. Son, white folks in general is fucking up. Shh, they're coming.
I want to play anymore because it's
Chappelle.
Universal.
Oh, I love Chappelle. I need to go back and watch some of his comedy specials.
The next scene, they go back to Africa, and he's like, "Man, the chief is fucking up." He's like, "Hey, what's that boat over there?"
The question is, who owned the boat? That's the question you need to ask. I really want to go down to. Is it the mothership that him and?
Well, that's Rogan's thing in Austin.
Rogan, yeah,
does it? He owns part of it too, right?
I think it's all Rogan.
Part of it.
Okay.
I had not heard
Rogan
that.
owns all that now?
I really want to go down there so I can see, like, because you can catch some of the people like him or Chappelle do a lot of sets there.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want to go down there to see. We were hoping to go when we were in LA last year. We were hoping to go out to the Comedy Store because you can see a lot of people there, but we ended up not going into the city.
Yeah, Austin's one of those places that, like, used to be cool, right?
Yeah.
So the hipsters got a hold of it.
Well, the hipsters got a hold of it, and then everybody from California moved there.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I heard there's
yeah,
a small fire going on in California.
Everyone's picking on James Woods, all the lefties, because I guess like years ago, he's like, the wildfires are from climate change or from forest mismanagement. And now that his house burned down, they're like, huh, that'll show him. And I'm like, he's still going to think they're from the same thing. He's like, I'm so wrong about climate change.
Wait,
you know
James
what
Woods?
I mean?
Yeah.
His house
James
went
Woods.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah, his house burned down.
Well, in the area, I think I said this the other day when we were on the air. In the area of Malibu, like, it's almost impossible to get in and out of that area. Like, there's very few roads in and out.
Well, because they only
Malibu.
made a couple of roads in and out, right?
Well, it goes into the mountains, so you're like in the mountains area, and it's. We went somewhere in Malibu to go grab breakfast one day, and it took an hour, which should have been like a 20-minute trip. Took an hour because it's just this windy road. We saw where they filmed MASH. We drove by that area.
Oh, MASH, yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool to see that.
Cool.
Like, yeah. Cool, but yeah, it's all woods. Like, it's all woods in that area, and then the houses are peppered in there. But it's no surprise that they can't stop the fires because they can't get into it. But not only that, but they apparently hired only indigenous people to fight fires now.
Well, it is something like you don't really think about, but like, that's why I advise everybody out there to do things like look at a map, like Google map of like your house and what's around it, just like in case there is like a disaster, because something like that is so near me we have a lot of
just survey your property. Survey your property and make sure, like, okay, well, what if, like, even the people who like had sinkholes, like, okay, you can tell that there's like where your house is sitting, like there could be somewhere where there's a sinkhole.
Well, and then there's people that go out with drones and they can, like, through some certain kind of, I forget, like the infrared imagery, they can see what's going on around your facility, around your house or facility. I have a friend that does a lot of insurance claim stuff, and they have a company they send out to check that stuff.
They use like LiDAR, which shows like
I don't know what they use.
The trade, dude. I follow a lot of LiDAR pages, and it's really cool because like you can.
I don't even know what the hell LiDAR is. Like, I've never heard.
It's like this
the
imaging.
Infrared, what you're talking about.
Okay,
right. Sorry. So like it'll see like through trees and shit. So basically,
really?
what I see a lot of people using is, here's some trees, but if you look at it LiDAR, you see where there was a fort like 1,000 years ago, because there was, you can't ever tell otherwise, but there's a small like embankment that was obviously man-made in a circle. So
a lot of archaeologists and anthropologists use it.
So here's something that, a great thing to know, that, if your house is burning down, you should at least have somebody that looks like you to put it out.
If you want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease.
Shannon Sharp?
That somebody might understand their situation.
Shannon Sharp.
Enough to do this, or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
So you couldn't carry him out of a fire. Okay.
It's like a typical.
Yeah,
it's his own fault if he dies.
Still the man's fault.
So it's important that the firefighter looks like you, but it's okay for them to say, "Sure, it's your own damn fault. I'm not saving you."
So that is why
to a man,
LA
Dag,
is
to a
burning
man,
right
Dag.
now.
This is not about women and children. Oh, if your husband, because that was the specific example they're using. They're like, okay, if you're a man, which except for
It's your fault the house is burning.
Well, I mean,
basically what she's saying.
Well, obviously, you didn't change those smoke detector batteries. That's a big deal in her community.
The man of the house is supposed to change those smoke detector batteries.
Oh my god.
So I have a buddy who lives in a neighborhood near me, and it's all like scrub / pine, like flatwoods. So it's very prone to wildfire. In fact, it's the kind of place where they have to do prescribed burns every few years, or else there's a big risk of wildfires. It's a very big wooded area. This neighborhood that he lives in, it's 88,000 acres, and it's mostly wooded, pretty sparsely populated. And they brought him onto like, I don't know what you call it, some sort of planning committee for the neighborhood, because he builds roads. Who will build the roads? He builds roads, and they wanted him, to confer with them about their road situation, which is a whole nother kind of interesting story. But anyhow, I was chatting with him about it, and something I never really thought of. He's like, yeah, man. He's asking them. He's like, we have one in and one out in this neighborhood, road wise, to get in and out. You can drive with your family on one road in and out, but they actually have like 5, but the other like 4 are blocked. And he's like, you need to unblock these motherfuckers, because if there's a fucking wildfire and it blocks that exit, like we're all fucked. And it's like, I was like, oh yeah, I never really would have thought about that, to check that. But like, you need to like have like a couple escape routes planned for you and your family if they're like you live in a wildfire area, and there's like a situation like that. Because yeah, that right suck.
Well, some of those gated communities, they don't think about that even, because I've seen, I don't live near any, but went down some of those kind of roads. Like whenever you go through certain areas, they do have a couple of those like actual gated communities, like and they they have like one main road. But they basically have one main road, and like sometimes like the road is like it goes loops to a certain point where it's like, how do you get out of this neighborhood? Like how what if something happens? Like what are you gonna do? Like you're just gonna be stuck.
Yeah, even if it's not always open, they definitely always need at least a second entrance and exit. You know what I mean? In case of an emergency. For sure.
A lot of the what was it like? I know people from Southern California. The other aspect of this whole thing is every 5 years or so they get like 80 to 100-mile-hour like gusts of wind, and that's what helped really spread this one. Like and then you also throw in the fact that the mismanagement of the water, where like they set aside billions of dollars
setting fires on purpose.
That doesn't help either. You always have that, but they were supposed to like build more water catchment, and of course that money just disappeared. The money disappeared. This is like over 5-7 years ago.
They're obviously not taxing enough.
Yeah, they sent a lot of LA fire departments equipment to help in the Ukraine war as well.
That was funny. That was funny to see. It's like,
Jesus Christ,
you're sending this to Ukraine? Like send this stuff to Ukraine, and then like
fucked over both coasts.
And not only is a lot of the natural foliage it like has to burn naturally, because like a lot of like especially like pine trees, like certain pine trees, they have to burn for their pine cones to be able to put seeds out that grow back. So they have a lot of that type of stuff there in California. But then they also have a lot of transplanted stuff like eucalyptus, and the oil in eucalyptus is highly flammable to the where it like pops and explodes when it catches fire.
Okay. Now that we got Jay's autism out of the way, this is so you said both coasts are screwed. Well, you know, it seems to be only the East Coast. I guess the West Coast is taken care of, because apparently Biden says federal government to cover 100% cost for the LA fire recovery. So
yeah, screw you, hillbillies.
Debris removal, temporary shelters. You know, they're gonna. And first responder pay. What? So how? No. Okay. I don't understand that. Like, they should already be getting paid by their city anyway. Like, people.
You see, Trump called Newsom to step down.
Oh yeah, but I don't think. I honestly, I don't know that it's going to do any good. And honestly, I think if honestly, I think Newsom is like a middle ground. Like, I think if you get Newsom out there, it's just like it, you know, when with getting Biden out, like they wanted to get Biden out, and then you get Kamala. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't think they're worth the pay, Trey? Look at this Big Ten linebacking core.
Oh God.
But she couldn't carry her husband.
That's not a linebacking core. That's just big back. Big back eating. Like
baby back eating.
Baby back eating, maybe a lot of baby back eating. They, you know, probably down to a lot of baby back.
Bet it looks like a package of ballpark franks on the back of her head.
Like 6 of them lined up. Like,
yeah. Look, another face on the back of your head.
All of a sudden, she does that thing. I forget which shows are like it's kind of a thing that they do sometimes. Like the person like has like their like fat rolls like are moving and making a face. Like,
those are great. Yeah.
What's the over under on the fact that she has never changed the battery in her own smoke detector?
Probably
even being a firefighter.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's probably 100% chance.
Do you think when the alarm goes off at the station they don't hear that either to go out on a call?
What's this chirping I hear? No, they don't even think that. They're just like,
why is everybody going down the pole?
Yeah, what's somebody leaving for? Like,
yeah.
Hold on, let me just put my shoes on and fix my hair, then I'll be ready.
I'd get my hair did.
Yeah, let me go get my firefighting wig.
my flame retardant wig.
Not flame retardant, but flame retardant.
Oh my God. The jokes just keep on coming, my friends. Well, then you have this dude that was out in LA. Maybe. There we go.
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires.
Blown up big.
Yeah. Yeah.
News though, you're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There, you know, winds.
All the gay people in LA.
Oh, you gotta love the
two
Koreans,
together, man.
Hey, I said in the chat, I sent that one, and I said he can. I said I won't deport him for that comment alone.
Yeah,
he can stay. Look, him and his family, it can stay as long as they you know they can make fun of the gay people in LA.
His accent, he sounded native born. That's just how they talk over there.
Yeah, you almost had like the Cheech Marin going, you know.
Yeah, what was that? Born and raised in East LA.
I love that movie, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah, what's happening?
What's
like 3 S's. What's happening?
Okay, yeah, I remember that now.
Oh, I haven't seen that shit since I was like in high school.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that one.
Should do a movie night. Private. We don't have to stream it because the copyright shit that worked out real bad for Justin last time he tried to stream a movie.
Which is funny because I see people doing that all the time. Like, how do they get away with it? And Justin got popped for that one.
Because he did it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking YouTube. Fucking IP. Especially if something's already on YouTube. It's so gay that they ding you for playing it on your YouTube channel. You know,
That's
like we're
because-
playing YouTube videos.
Well, it's because they licensed it free. So here's the funny thing. Like, even if the YouTube video is free, like a movie is free on YouTube, like, and it's not like a, because YouTube does have like movies, they'll and they have some that are free, but you can't stream those because even though the company is like giving you, it'd be like if I gifted you a DVD and then you sold it, I would be kind of, like pissed that like you're like selling it back. And that's kind of how the companies feel. Like if I'm like gifting you something, like giving you something for free, and then you go back and you're basically selling it, they don't like that nonsense.
But those run with ads. Would that company be getting kickbacks from the ad revenue, from the AdSense?
Well, that's why they make the copyright claim.
Well, yeah, but like for whole movies, like if we play, like we were concerned about playing too much of that trailer. You know what I mean? Like if anything, you'd want people to see the trailer so people see the movie. I don't know. I stopped trying to understand this world a long time ago.
It's the IP thing, and I even though as everything else that I may be, I guess, more authoritarian on than you, Dag, but the IP thing I kind of agree with. Like, IP's stupid. Like, let's just like why do we even have IP and why do we enforce all that kind of stuff? Because it seems like
cronyism.
Yeah,
I mean, it's government enforced monopolies.
Sorry, I disagree with that. I think IP is like, I think it's necessary in some areas. Like, okay, so I create.
Steve's afraid people are going to steal his pictures and undercut them.
No. Well, I create images and then somebody takes it to use for an ad. Hold on. Then they take it and use it for an ad on a thing, and they're using my image without giving me proper payment for it.
Sure, but I'd argue that once you put it out there, then there's no contractual obligation. So unless you have a contractual obligation with that person, but then again, I'm not going to argue with you in your pictures. My big thing with IP is like, bigger shit. Like the movies and shit, or even like patents and shit. You know what I mean? I don't believe copying is stealing. One of the hard things I had to get over was kind of with me was like, let's say I pretend to be a different brand. Here's the thing is that the victim, when it comes to IP, the victim isn't the creator, in my opinion. The victim is the customer who is wrongly sold something that they're defrauded. So if I like try to copy your brand of coffee, Steve, all right, I'm making Fox & Sons coffee, I'm stealing your logo, everything. I don't feel that you're the victim. I feel the customer who I sell to is the victim, thinking they're getting your product, but I'm tricking them into getting maybe an inferior product or something like that by using your logo and stuff. So I feel like I'm defrauding the customer in that case. And not that it's not scammy, even with what I would be doing to you. I think that the victim, if there's a victim and something that would be enforceable, it would be based on defrauding the customer, not the company that I'm stealing.
I totally understand where you're coming from. And like when it comes to music, it's like, oh, they stole this riff. Well, it's like, I mean, 300 guitar players, like you're gonna find somebody
that plays notes,
somewhat the same. I mean, like,
there's only and then you only use like 5 to 7 of them per. Per fucking chord. So
even like video game stuff. So like they've gotten to where they like patent and copyright, all this kind of stuff of like specific monetization techniques or specific like models of the game. Like if you have a certain layout
to your shit.
Yeah, patent troll shit.
Yeah. That's sick. Like, was like Apple and Samsung were fighting for years. Like, oh, because Apple patented a rectangular electronic device with rounded edges.
Well, even like so with Pokemon, this was the funniest one that was recently. So Pokemon, there was this knockoff game that they basically made Pokemon with guns, and then like Pokemon was effectively like pissed that like, oh, you're basically associating, like mocking our game, like mocking Pokemon. And
talking about Pal World?
Yeah, Pal World. So they patented like the ability to throw a creature out of a ball, and that's what they patented, and then they sued Pow World, and so like now the fact that Pokemon throws creatures out of balls is the fact that is the fact that they got the reason that the other company got sued, because like, oh, their game also threw creatures out of balls. So
the
now,
problem is
now
that
you can
there's
sue
not
them.
common
It's
sense in the whole thing. Like nobody just listens to common sense on it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
I
fucking retarded.
understand. Yeah.